both the Nets and the Celtics. Welcome back into our NBA TV studios. I'm Kristen Ledlow, alongside our Ryan Hollins, our Steve Smith as well. Smitty, we're going to be waiting for these guys to get to the podium. I want you to break down what you saw from the Big Three as we take a look at some of these numbers, which are simply stunning. Kevin Durant led the way with 42 points, but Kyrie Irving added 39 with 11 rebounds as well. James Harden with 23 and 18 assists. I mean, what is it that you saw from those guys tonight?
You know, Kristen, what I saw was when all three guys are on the same level, clicking offensively. You know, we all know defense wins championships, but how can you stop these guys? Let's start off with Kyrie. There's three guys, but his handle gets him wherever he wants to go. He heard the boos at the TD Garden, and he accepted the challenge. But this is, for me, Ryan and Kristen, him on the defensive end, making a play, getting out, making a play for others. That's what we know he started to become special, because one-on-one, he's the best I've seen, is being able to create his own shot at that guard position. And then James Harden. We'll talk about numbers, but for me to accept basically the point guard role, and we're going to watch him right now break down people. And yes, we know if he gets to the free throw line, he's going to knock it down, Ryan. But those 18 assists impressed me.
Absolutely. And this is tough because you can't put your best defender on him. There are too many other scorers here. Blow by Harden Island. Watch him get to the rim right here. Rockabye, baby. Sorry, Fournier did not have a shot right there. And this is a problem, man. You know how dynamic these three are. Now you got KD getting to the rim. There's no nail help. You know, normally when KD has the ball, you can help. And then this is a play we commonly saw for OKC and with the Warriors. Simple post-up situation there with KD. This is good defense. Smitty, this is good defense right here. KD has a 7'6" wingspan, so arguably the three most dynamic scorers we have ever seen on a basketball team we're seeing here with the Brooklyn Nets.
Smitty, I want to clarify a comment. Kyrie Irving, the best one-on-one player that you've ever seen?
Yeah, I think, yes. I mean, as far as handling the basketball, yes, Kristen. Being able to break down a guy. I have not seen handles like this, and I've seen some of the best. And I've worked with one of the best.
Yeah.
Taught me the best is Isiah Thomas, our Isiah Thomas. But even Isiah Thomas will start to tell you his handles in one-on-one play. Now, if you want to say unstoppable, there's nothing you do. Ryan said it, because Jabari Parker on that play, that's where Durant separates himself. That was good defense, but when a 7-footer raises up, what can you do? So when I say one-on-one players, Kyrie, degree of difficulty, because Durant is basically unstoppable at 7 feet, being able to handle the basketball and shoot it.
Well, I ask you to clarify because downstairs, Shaq walked off the set because moments ago, Charles said that James Harden was the best one-on-one player he had ever seen. I mean, so arguably two of the best one-on-one players that the game has ever seen, and they're playing on the same team.
Three.
Oh, without a doubt.
Hey, you're right. I mean, listen, we'll say these three combined are the best one-on-one players we can ever see. With all due respect to Michael Jordan, okay, and Kobe Bryant. But, you know, what's so tough is I play with Kyrie. I always said he's arguably the most talented, and I played with Hall of Famers, the most talented player I've ever played with. He can shoot the ball like Ray Allen if needed. If he had to be just a catch-and-shoot guy, he can do it. He has the best handle I've ever seen of anyone I played with. No disrespect to any other ball handler out there. And he can play, make, and pass. He can do anything on the floor. You just question at times motivation, consistency, if we got a nitpick. And James Harden, we see what he's done. But now James Harden's in a role, Smitty, where he can facilitate 18 assists tonight. Everybody said he's the one-on-one isolation guy. 18 assists. Are you kidding me?
And I'm with Ryan. I mean, for James Harden to basically come in and accept that role, I think it said, whew, as a coaching staff with Steve Nash, because without somebody accepting that facilitator role, he would have had a tough go at it as a coach. But I think when James Harden came in and said, I'm the point guard, Durant was like, I'm going to always be a scorer. It took the pressure off Kyrie Irving. I can just be a two guard in a point guard's body and go out there and score. So for me to sacrifice to James Harden, really not a big-time sacrifice. We're just not seeing the 50, the 60, but we're seeing wins, and a possible chance for this guy to get his first ring because of he accepting his roles, which is still 25 and 18. Or something like that.
Yeah, which is still a pretty impressive role. Ryan, I want to ask you, not who of these guys is the most valuable, not who of these guys is the best one-on-one player, but But who of these guys do you see as the most important to potentially contending for a championship this season?
They can't play this. They can't do this without James Harden. You know, James Harden has the ability to facilitate, score, and I always say he's a counterpuncher. You know, he takes whatever the defense gives him. If you get up into him, he flops. If you get physical, he gets to the foul line. But he can get anywhere he wants on the floor, and he's the most equipped to make those guys feel comfortable. Kevin Durant's excellent, but I don't want Kevin Durant bringing the ball up floor, especially not after an injury. And sometimes Kyrie just may not be feeling it. It may not be his night. But the one thing that James Harden has done is consistently he will make the right play. And guys, Kristen, I don't think that he got enough credit in Houston for making the correct play. Everyone saw the one-on-one. That was their system. I don't want to say there was no one else to help, but the system was created for him to take those shots. So James Harden, by far the most important, maybe not the best player, but the most important.
Smitty, same question. Do you see it the same way?
I totally agree with Ryan. I'm going to just add this. You know, after James Harden, the most important next to me is Coach Nash. Because when it becomes down to Steve Nash, everybody says the chemistry of these three guys. Let's talk about a first-year head coach, and when it gets down to when they're having these tough games, how do we respond when there's three Hall of Famers, some of the best ever, all have a different idea? I think it's Steve Nash after James Harden is most important.
Now, this team is quite obviously not looking beyond the Celtics, but the three of us can sit here and look beyond the Celtics if needed. This is a team that's looking to contend for a championship. So we can talk about their offensive numbers all day and night. But defensively, which of the teams in the Eastern Conference do you think could give this team the most problems?
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Really?
You know, the one thing about Milwaukee, we talk about how prolific they are offensively. Now, Milwaukee said, you know, we're going to take the defensive route. We're going to trade and go out and get P.J. Tucker. We're going to make a move and also go out and get Drew Holiday. So those defenders can technically match up with that big three. And if we're going to say that there's one weakness that they couldn't address in the buyout market of trying to get a Drummond or, a JaVale McGee, they don't have anything at the rim. And Giannis Antetokounmpo has accepted this role, Smitty, of a roller and a diver. So the Milwaukee Bucks are a team that's athletic enough, they can defend. I know the scoring's not there, but I'd be nervous about playing Milwaukee if I'm the Nets.
Ryan said it best. At the rim is the Milwaukee Bucks, and it's Joel Embiid. If he wants to go out there and play big boy basketball, I am with Ryan Hollins. Those are the two teams for me. I would even say more of the Philadelphia 76ers if he wants to commit Joel Embiid to every trip down, punishing the bigs and the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, again, we'll continue to look ahead in the Eastern Conference playoffs, but the Boston Celtics are not done yet, and Brad Stevens is addressing the media now.